but everyone's not comfortable in the role of being behind the scenes or being a supporting piece of the bigger picture. And I'm seeing that with Kyle Shanahan. Now, if you know me, you know I'm not a big Kyle Shanahan guy. Mainly because we should have won a Super Bowl, 28-3, that whole nonsense. Yeah, we his play calling, some poor execution by Matt Ryan, a tired defense, all of that stuff. But I blame Kyle Shanahan for our Super Bowl loss because he could have ran the ball 3 plays in a row, kicked a field goal, we're up 11, won the game. But now Kyle Shanahan has moved up to pick 3. And a lot of reports, a lot of people who are close to him and say they understand how he thinks about football says that Mac Jones is the pick. When football season was over, Mac Jones was the number 5 quarterback in the class, late first round, early second round pick. Then prior to his pro day, it's rumored that he's going to go number 3. And that's because they say he's really great on the whiteboard. He processes information really quickly, and that's what Kyle Shanahan wants. And kind of the comp is your Kirk Cousins, your Matt Ryans, even like your Matt Schaubs, those type of quarterbacks that he's previously worked with and brought out the best in them. You see what he's done for Jimmy G. You see what he's done for the backups there in San Francisco, C.J. Beathard, Nick Mullins. He's made them look like quarterbacks with pulses because he's playing a video game and the quarterback's a joystick. He's pushing the quarterback in the direction that he should go. And before Shanahan makes his pick, I would caution him. Look at your boy down in L.A. He got tired of having to control Jared Goff because it got to a point where it's like, hey, bro, I can't control you the whole play. I can't just keep whispering these sweet nothings in your ear so that you make the right decision. I got to let you play. I think Kyle needs to do the same thing. If he's going to get a quarterback at 3, he shouldn't go for the number 5 rated quarterback by most people. He should probably get the 3rd one or the 2nd one if he's available or the 4th one if he's available. Just think about it. I think he's so smart and cocky that he's going to outthink the room and he's going against the grain. And there's nothing wrong with pushing the limits and sometimes going against the grain. But in today's NFL, when has the coach been so great that his elevation of average to below average talent beat great talent? We look at New England. They don't look the same without Tom Brady. They don't look the same without good skill players. They didn't look the same with their defensive players who opted out. We love X's and O's, but it's still the Billy and Joes that win the game. And if you look at this offensive system, the Shanahan system, even go back to his dad. His dad won 3 Super Bowls, 2 as a head coach, 1 as an OC. And then you look at Gary Kubiak, who also won a Super Bowl with this system. So here's the quarterbacks who won these Super Bowls. Steve Young, John Elway, Peyton Manning. 3 Hall of Famers. 2 of some people's top 5 quarterbacks to ever do it. I say it's safe to say to put all of them in the top 15 to 20 quarterbacks to ever play the game. That's who won the Super Bowl in this system. Yes, not Kyle. Yes, Matt Ryan had an MVP season. Yes, Kirk Cousins had his best season. Yes, Matt Schaub had his best season. But guess what? It didn't result in championships. Because you know what results in championships? Great coaches and great quarterbacks. And from everything that I've read and I've listened to from the people that I trust who evaluate talent, Mac Jones is not a great quarterback prospect, but someone who may be available. A Justin Fields is someone else who who showed a lot of promise. Has needs some time, and you could do it because you could keep Jimmy G. Trey Lance could be that as far as the tangibles, the skill set, the body, the arm, the athleticism. Because remember, this system worked for RG3 too. He was the offensive rookie of the year. He got to the playoffs, running the Kyle Shanahan system, a mobile quarterback, using the college concepts. So I just think over there in San Fran, they should pump the brakes on Mac Jones. Great offensive line, an array of weapons, and in a crazy COVID season where we saw a lot of weird stuff, but we saw total consistency from Alabama from the entire season because that's a machine, that's a factory. And as we know, man, quarterbacks in these major programs historically have not been great NFL quarterbacks. Recently, we're starting to see it work more. And I hope Mac Jones works out wherever he goes. But I think Shanahan's doing a little too much, man. A little too much. He's like Brad Stevens, smarter, like the smartest coach, but he's not a champion. See, coaches and their egos, man. Like look at Andy Reid. Just wouldn't bring in an extra block in the Super Bowl. Mahomes running all over the field, nowhere to throw. Coaches and their egos. And while we're on Andy Reid, when did Andy Reid finally win his Super Bowl? When he got his great quarterback talent who could run the system. He couldn't win it with Alex Smith. He couldn't win it with Donovan McNabb. We knew Andy Reid was a good coach, but he did not become Andy Reid until he got his great quarterback. Do we really think Mac Jones is going to be the great quarterback? I don't.